Welcome back, everybody, and good morning. We have some more special guests with us here in the living room here to talk about a big event that's coming up here in October. We have Dr. Diana Lang, the founder and a volunteer executive director of Iowans for Adoption. We also have Rusty Johnson, another volunteer with that organization who handles PR and marketing. Welcome, welcome.
Yeah, good morning.
Thank you for having us.
Okay, so you have a special month next month that's bringing awareness and light to adoption, which is something we're glad to have that conversation started here today because there's a wonderful event just around the corner.
Exactly.
So let's talk about Iowans for Adoption. Why is this such an important program we have here in our state?
Wow, well, because there aren't enough people that know about adoption or all the facets of adoption. I should say that we're all volunteers. And we are a nonpartisan 501c3, so all the money that we raise stays within Iowa to educate individuals about foster care, domestic, individuals who maybe aren't ready to parent and maybe want to place their child for adoption, or even parents who are waiting to adopt, and of course then the youth who are in foster care who are waiting to be adopted right now in Iowa.
Is it taking away the stigma? Is it
trying to?
Is that one of the biggest issues that we
Yes.
have when we still are mentioning adoption these days?
Yes.
Yeah.
It is.
And that's one of the
sadly.
things Iowans for Adoption, I mean, one thing we've been working on really hard is doing a public service announcement, social media, different campaigns to break down that stigma like you're talking about, and just educate folks out there. As we were just talking earlier about birth parents, you know, how important it is that if having a child's not the right option, you know, adoption could be the right option, and just educating birth parents about that, getting the word out, and like Diana said, getting the word out about all the foster kids that need homes of all ages. I mean, infants all the way up to the kids like I was that was aging out of the system. So.
And Diane, you are the one that founded this
Yes.
organization, so obviously you saw the need. Talk a little bit about your story and what inspired you just to begin this.
Oh, wow. Well, I'm adopted. I was adopted at birth. I also have a daughter who was adopted, and I have a son who is biologically related to me, and then my birth father was also adopted at birth. So we have 3 generations, and then part of my research, as a researcher at Iowa State, I basically interviewed hundreds of individuals, and so this actually emerged from their basically their input. So many people who were adopted, college students, even kids and their parents who had adopted them said that we need more information. They would like a place where they could gather, where they could see other adopted people or people who are waiting, to share stories, to use appropriate adoption terminology. So it basically is because other people recommended it.
Making that community stronger. And there are a lot of people out there that want to go through the adoption system, meaning they want to be parents, they want to adopt. Is it a matter of, why does the process take so long sometimes? You think about the path of taking adoption. I know this could be a 20-minute conversation with that one question, so we don't need to go into too much detail, but you think adoption sometimes it's like, oh, the paperwork, oh, the time that is invested, oh, sometimes the cost. Why is that such a process?
Well, the reality is because in the United States right now there are only between 12 and 20,000 infants that are voluntarily placed for adoption each year, and there are literally millions of people waiting to adopt an infant. So that's the reason.
They're the
in a
reality of the
nutshell.
situation, but it's also a reality that, Rusty, amazing stories can happen at truly any age, as we've learned from you before.
Right. Yeah, so.
Yes, I love your story. So just share that real quickly in regards to, because you have experience in just in the foster care side of things, and the adoption scenario that can take place as a result of that, and kind of talk about that aspect.
Yeah, I mean, adoption can happen internationally, domestic, and one of my passions that I kind of bring to Iowans for Adoption is through the foster care system. And I was raised in Iowa's foster care system, and it took me quite a while to get adopted, longer than most. It's kind of a unique, rare situation, I guess you would say. And so I was adopted at 37, which was not that long ago, about 4 years ago, and it's something that, again, that's actually how I got involved with Iowans for Adoption. Is the adoption ceremony was happening, and I actually reached out trying to find, again, just some information on adoption, and got connected with Diana, and it's such a great organization. And again, just the education, just knowing, getting the word out there to the foster parents, again, about, you know, people often think adoption can be so expensive, and it can be. But through foster care and the 800 kids right here in Iowa that are waiting to be adopted, you're looking at, I say on average, $1,000, if even that. Usually it's free. You have organizations like Iowans for Adoption that provide funds to reimburse adoption costs, any of the lawyer costs, any of that to make it possible. So just so many kids out there that need homes, and just encouraging other people to get involved, to volunteer. Just, you know, everybody, no matter what, can play a part in this, because it really does take a village.
Yeah,
to pull this
resources
off.
are available, but it's daunting when you see the hundreds that are out there just waiting for a good home. So let's talk about how we can come together as a community and raise awareness, maybe get some more volunteers activated and raise some funds at the same time.
Well, that would be great. We would love it if everybody could join us on Saturday, October 12th. We will be at the Ankeny DMAC outside of building number 3W. And everybody is welcome. You can run or walk or just come out and enjoy the festivities. We'll have face painting, we'll have music and food. We do have a timed 5K also, so if people are really motivated and want to participate in that, we'll be giving medals to a whole bunch of age groups and categories. So.
And if you're not a runner like me, you can walk.
Right,
So
and you can walk
or
any distance.
at your pace. So, yeah.
But you're able to truly meet people where adoption changed their lives. Rusty, you're one of those.
Absolutely.
But of all ages, meet the community, family supporters, and individuals with Iowans for Adoption, and learn those resources and how a wonderful organization like this can truly change your life or someone else's.
Exactly.
Absolutely, and to figure out a way, I mean, this is a great chance for folks to come and figure out a way that they can play a part and
Right.
be involved.
Right.
Again, so many different ways, so many different roles that they can play. There's something out there for everybody, I guarantee.
Yes.
And I think that sounds like that's the key here, is just creating that. We don't know what we don't know, right?
Right.
Exactly.
And giving people that more awareness and what is all available, and be able to connect with what you guys do. And now you mentioned it's volunteers
Yes.
that run everything.
Yes.
So
Everything.
Is that something? Is that an area as well that you can benefit from people wanting to get involved to help with the organization itself?
Yes, we would love all of Iowa, quite frankly, to be involved in some way, shape, or form, because it's just a never-ending process to educate and rally individuals to, talk about all facets of adoption.
And for people that might
Yes.
hear that and say, I love giving back, I want to help this cause, but it might
Yes.
sound a little daunting
Right.
about adoption, and realize that we're dealing with children and adults here. How do we take that first step? What's that first step of getting involved?
Well, they can email us at info@iowansforadoption.org, and I think you have our website is also www.iowansforadoption.org, and so they can go onto the website and or just email us, and we have a whole list of things that we need help with every single day.
And that can be your first step of just getting involved and making a
Absolutely.
difference.
Yes.
And on the
yes.
website, if I can do a shameless plug here, on the website we also have a place where anybody can come and share their adoption stories.
Okay.
And that's really inspiring, just to read and to see all different facets, all different journeys from all throughout Iowa and even beyond. So, and that's free. Just go on there and find the link and share your story.
And if people are interested in maybe starting out with maybe helping with the foster care side of things
Yeah.
and being a foster family and foster parents, can they come to you to learn more about that as well?
Absolutely. Yes.
Yeah, we've got a lot of experts even on our volunteer board. We have folks that actually run adoption agencies. We have adoption lawyers. We have educators. We have, a whole adopted folks, parents, everybody.
Because you said that's a need as well, looking
Yes.
for more people to help with fostering.
Oh,
Right.
absolutely, yes.
Absolutely.
And just, even, adoption's not for everybody, but fostering could be.
Right.
Volunteering with the foster care system, mentoring, just getting out there again and giving your time and your expertise to these kids.
Love it. Okay, and head to that website if you also want to learn how to be part of the walk run that's coming
Yes.
up.
Yes.
So give
Yes.
us those details once again.
Okay, it is at the Ankeny DMAC campus outside of Building 3W. They can go to www.getmeregistered.com.
Okay.
Keyword Ankeny, and they can register there. Right now, we still have early bird registration, so and the shirts and participant registration fees are very low compared to other organizations.
And the shirts are awesome.
Yeah, the
And
shirts
the
are
shirts
very
That's
cute.
right.
awesome.
Yes.
And you know you're giving back to
And
an
you're helping a
incredible
fabulous
cause.
organization.
And that's coming up October 12th at 10 a.m. All right.
Yes.
Thank you both
Yes,
for
And
being
thank
here.
Thank
sharing
you
your
for helping
stories
us.
And keep up the great work.
Yeah,
Thank you.
thank you.
Yeah,
Get more
amazing
people
things are
involved.
happening in our state. But
Find
yes, let's get more people
Families
involved.
and home, adopted families.
Love it. You're watching Iowa Live here on CWI with 23.